Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
Today's video is kind of a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee, but we actually changed the song a little bit just because we've been wanting to react to the new Ren songs for the longest time. Actually, it came out a month ago. We actually did a bunch of Ren songs back in the day, and then we kind of took a break because there was nothing new. But since this song came out, we've been wanting to do that, but we never got a chance. So now we used Glenn's request that he requested another song, but we changed it to this new one to finally watch and review this one. So thank you, Glenn, for reminding us to watch Ren and listen to his new songs, and thank you for your support as well. This is Ren Vincent's Tale, The Bedroom. So if you guys remember, we watched all the way until the last one. That a lot of things happened. It was a long story. If you guys have not listened to it or don't know him, you can go check out our playlist that we did them almost back to back in the same order that we were supposed to do. So now we're gonna listen to this one. This is a 10-minute video. I am so excited for this because I think you would agree with me that with him, it's just not just about the music. There is like obviously the sense of storytelling that just goes on beyond one song. It's just like a series of things that you gotta follow, but also it feels like a little theater that you're watching. It doesn't really feel like just music. There are a lot of like different elements in his performance that makes it so engaging and so interesting. So I guess he's not just a musician. It's very like a multi-talented and multi-skilled artist. So that I guess makes it very interesting to watch and listen to. So now let's go ahead and get this started. We'll try not to pause too much. So let's see if we can put it in like 3 sections and see what happens.
Have you ever felt anger with nowhere to place it? Vincent felt cold, neglected and jaded, impotent, empathy castrated. Look for the new thing, always look for the new thing, but never look inside, never look within, without, above, below, same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane men living in insane terrain, contorn insane brains that are kind of deranged, strange, without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect. Let's start at the start. Vincent was born in the dark, home birth to a mother painted scars on her arm. Track march from the dragon, China white in the palm. Shooting up the birth canal, Vinny fell out like yarn. Tumbled out, himself unraveling, and that was the theme. Exceptionally average grade, sprayed with low self-esteem. From the fire to the frying pan, painting it green. When it's the cash that rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, funny bin. He weren't ever good at hustling, shitty jobs that he was dead and stocking. Started a combustion, nothing. Pulled him out of debt, the debt collector's rushing to be stripping him of everything. Eventually, there's nothing. The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice. The day repeats, the days, the weeks the most short life. When the day's done, it's the same one. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. A deja vu religion, a foreboding of a prison. Whole Britain, Great Britain, how Britannia rule the wave. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living too decay.
Let's just take a break here. I didn't realize it's been 3 minutes. It was so, I guess with his song, the time doesn't feel like the time is passing, because every second is like, oh my God, like you're just so captivated in like what is happening and what is surprising. I love that the guitar in the background was carried through for quite some time, and it was playing kind of like a repetitive pattern. That was so beautiful, traditionally beautiful, as opposed to what he was doing on this guitar, the electric guitar, that was kind of distorted, not so clean tone, kind of like messy, but in a, I guess, intentional way that he was playing. That was such a interesting contrast. And also when he started singing or kind of rapping, or like kind of like speech way of singing, I guess it was not a traditional singing again. During some time the guitar was also still like playing again. That was such an interesting contrast between like traditionally beautiful and just an expression of emotion and the anger and what is happening.
Yeah, exactly. I like that it was like something is happening in this room and we are outside and we want to just enter to the story and just see what's happening. And exactly the songs that the sounds that were playing, like the guitar in the beginning, was you were hearing it exactly as if you're behind a door, and then as the door opened you're like, okay, now I'm into the story, and now I'll open the door so that I can look up what is going on in here. And then he started to say with his unique kind of style, started to tell a story to us.
Slave, drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living too decay. And so it goes. Vinny starts to drink to let go. Soon he's drinking, cause when he don't drink, every day is a day on death row. So he drinks so we don't have to think. Mercy, days bittersweet. When the spirit that's inside of him sinks in his teeth, and the months turn over, May to October. More days pissed than the days he spent sober. Skin looks older, demeanor gets colder. Sledgehammer swing to that chip on your shoulder. A cold prison deep in alcoholism. 40% proof, no juice. Inhibition get loose by decision and taboos. When we're living for the booze, who's who he lose himself to? One too many, 1, 2, 3 shots down. Drown those sorrows up in London town. If we in for a penny, we in for a pound. Fate comes full circle. Now it's Vinny boys round.
Okay, let's just wait here.
I was thinking somehow this room that he's in looks familiar. I didn't realize that it was the painting of
Yeah.
Vincent van Gogh. Yeah. it's interesting. I mean, the last song was about the other painting and was representing like it was matching the other painting, and it would be logical for this, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
it was interesting. I cannot imagine listening to this song only. I feel like the visuals are such an important element to it. So it just, I don't know. I think that's why when for the very first time I listened to Ren, I didn't really like it. Not these songs, but like months ago, because I was just missing this whole big visual thing. I guess you have to watch it a few times and then you can go listen to it. That's interesting, and I love the pauses that he uses from time to time. It really helps with the tension. I feel like the tension rises so much once he like has a little bit of a pause. It just feels so uneasy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God, I don't know, like it's just so dramatic. Everything is just so dramatic. So now we are in a different section.
I mean, he's saying a story, and in the storytelling, it's more about getting creating tension with your words and how you are saying it than the music. So he's with these pauses that he makes, it's like you get more curious to know. Okay, you get the time to at first like think about what he said, and like the things that happen sit in you, but also you get more curious to see, okay, and then what happened, and what else do you want to tell me? So with this kind of thing, he's making the tension.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see what happens next.
Start singing as the screws murder silence. Stand on my Miranda, my right to remain violent. One man's resistance is another man's tyrant. When tyrants make the law, they go to war with non-compliance. Locked up, Vinny been locked up since his mother knocked up. Kitty grew up fast, pulled his socks up. Chop chop, keep that credit top top. Time is money, tick tock. Quantify the price upon your soul and then it's chop shop. Not particularly special, Vinny spent his life a vessel for the musings of the devil. Repetition caused some issues, turned a hide into a jackal. Building pressure in the kettle, bubble up to boiling level. Ooh man, he's a mad lad, falling on the warpath. Vinny split the atom like a Nagasaki bloodbath. Skies are raining black ash, copper car lights flash. Red and blue kaleidoscope, some folks don't like that. Never mind, just a victim of society. The one that serves you alcohol and sells you your sobriety. The one that sells you sex as it pedestals virginity. The one where we elect these lying pests with God ability. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1. Our boy spun his own web-fed tarantulas come like 9 to the 9 to the 9. Through his Christ timelines intersect, rich as fate was designed. Just set the scene, it's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. The hands of fate, they touch and reach. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Etched in Richard's memories. Thoughts a model, troubled sleep. Takes a time of absent leave. Hitting the bottle to soften the blow in the walls of yourself, and there's nowhere to go. When his friends on the force, they don't call, they don't show. Go to therapy, raggedy, seem to plateau. When his popo went loco and woe so low that his mojo no mo, no rebound, no yo-yo. And so the time it moved slow-mo. You see the case was never closed, cause the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister, but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth, but dying womb life brings. The cycle of samsara always was quite amusing. Brother killed his sister, but the records seem to show the brother never met his sister, didn't even know. So the tragedy was a catastrophe, a fate fucked up. Rich just losing sleep while his whole family's talked up. The 5 stages of grief is a common psychological model, often used to provide reassurance to all those stricken by loss. For loss comes with a cost like frostbite, shockingly cold, paving the road to decomposure, decomposing your soul. One, denial, pretending for a while, reality retired, but everything is changing. Richie lost the will to smile, how to reconcile when murdering a child. The second stage is anger, feel it bubbling the bile. Anger, damn the man that served the hand that wrote the plan. If God is will that's good and grand, then damn we are all are damn forsaken by creation. Revelations Richard cannot stand. The third stage is bargaining, begging God for second chance. Lord, I know it is a reach, but I'm begging on my knees. Resurrect the boy James, resurrect the boy Screech. I'll devote my life to thee, I will live a life of peace. Stage 4 is depression, that's a lesson taught in grief. Depression, demonic like possession, that feeds upon this spark for life. No water is refreshing, no sunlight brings him warmth, no sleep will ever bring resting. His guilt and doubt are oh so loud, the silence sounds so deafening. Depression, depression, the numbing of expression, the negative obsession, ruminating in oppression. Stressing is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting. That's stage number 5. 5 is acceptance. Souls get shaken up, the road's never quite ideal, but slow rise, dust it off. And let me tell you something, Richie, man, I'm proud, cause you pulled a stitch from the seam, the wound was open weeping. Felt like a regression, but that flesh was set for healing. You wrestled imperfections, misdirections, what with demons. Most demons are a fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for second guessing. No path is ever linear, a stumble leads to stepping. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow, and day follows day. There will always be tomorrow when it gets colder. Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them grow, think clever. I'm so fucking proud of you, Richie, my boy. I know you're itchy, my boy, to get to work and deploy. Serve and protect my don, in for the right reason. I know you think you've done wrong, but look at who you become. It's your first day at work, big man. Hold that head up high, my friend. Come on. We're all proud of you, Richie. I hope you get out there and smash it. I mean, what could go wrong?
This guy, the Richard guy, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Is a very good actor, I should say, because you can really see the feelings of different emotions in his face. I don't know him, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have to say that I think I've never seen a musician or a composer uses this much of the second interval. In this song, not only he used the second interval, major and minor, but also it was at some points it was based on the second interval. The only motif that was playing, for example, the first part, the only thing that he was sometimes playing with his guitar was the second interval, or like in also the second part when he was in the car, especially in the beginning, it was the motif. If I was hearing it right, it was the second the second interval. I think it was major second. It's interesting because we know that this interval is really intense and it makes so much dissonance in music and uncomfort in music, and I think that's what he wanted. So it was a smart choice that he was like, okay, yeah, I will use this a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I also want to talk a little bit about, I feel like we both need to go ahead and watch those videos again to refresh our mind. I can like remember everything, but everything is a little bit of like vagueness to it, to refresh my memory. But I feel like I always appreciate the topics that he chooses to talk about and how not black and white they are, because they come from reality. Because in this song in particular, he was like showing two different points of view. Most of the time in the stories that we tell and we hear, like traditionally, there is always a good side and then always a bad side, and you're always on the side of the person that you hear their point of view. Also in the movies, sometimes in the movies you actually root for the the bad character in the movie just because you've kind of like you joined him and then you live that life through his lens. But I love that he breaks that cycle because he shows us that nothing in real life is black and white, like most things are not, or most characters are not. So he showed us that Vincent, that is like a trouble character. They deal with a lot of like alcoholism, a lot of like problems in life, like poverty. But then at the same time, the police guy that you would think is the good character or morally on the right side is actually not. He is also like a troubled human. He faces, or like he has issues also with drinking problems, or kind of they kind of look like they are in the they're going through the same thing, and they're not the same person. I don't think so, but they are way more similar than we think they are if we only had one side of the story. If we were only like on the police side, we would see that, oh, everything else, all these like people are like on the street, they are troubled people. But then now that we saw different characters, or the different point of views, that was very interesting to kind of like, I think he talks about that a lot, especially in this series of music, especially in this like different tales that we've been following. So it kind of hits you with the reality of the world, that everybody is kind of like a bad character if you want to dig deep in them, and the paths, and then the humans are way more similar than different in that part, that they're all like dealing with a bunch of like issues. So I think that like that really gets me every time, the thoughtfulness that he has in like basically narrating these stories and touching the topics that are, I guess, too real, like very real, that like directly from real life, that is not necessarily talked about in music like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very, very good point, because you realize it so much in the movies, because in some movies, yeah, there are good characters and bad, characters, and it's made that so that you are a fan of the good character and you want the good to see the good character in a good place, and then with a good ending, and the bad character gets it's what it deserves.
Yeah.
But in some movies that you see, it's so so less people go watch these movies, that the people there are gray and not black and white, because it's really, really frustrating for your brain, because your brain likes to just get the easy,
Yeah.
just get the answer, and then uh, do the
Yeah.
just have an easy decision, so that, okay, do I like this person or do I not like? But a couple of days ago, I was watching a movie, and the whole like 2 hours movie was a torture for me, because every time I was like, okay, so now we know this about this person. Now we can say that we like him and he's a good person. But then a couple, hours, a couple of minutes later, you were like, okay, no, he's just a gray person. He you cannot decide if he's a good or bad character, and that's, you see that a lot in the real life with the all the trends that happen, or all the politics that happen. You're like, okay, this person is bad, so, and he's the enemy of that, so this is good. You cannot see that these are all gray, and you are, as a person, you can just decide that, no, this is not good, and I cannot, this is a person with like this much of ideas, and I agree with, like, I don't know, 20% of the ideas, but it doesn't mean that to say that, okay, because I see him, or the world see him as a bad person, then all of the things that he says is wrong, and the person who is enemy with this person is also a very good person, and I close my eyes to every bad thing that the enemy has, just because I agree with, like, I don't know, 70% of their mind and their ideas. And I think that's the thing that really we have to see, that it's not all black and white, and you as a person has a right and has the brain to think and not just decide that, okay, yeah, this person bad, so, and then this person is good, so I will go 100% with my closed eyes follow this person.
Yeah, that's true. That was such a cool song, or like whatever performance I would call it, or experience. Yeah. So thank you, Glenn, for your like support and song request, kinda, and thank you guys for watching us. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and drop your comments below. What do you think about this song if you've never heard it, or if you have, what are your thoughts? What else should we be exploring from Ren? There is another one that he released 3 weeks ago. We might do that soon if you guys want us to react to that. But anyway, thank you for watching again. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye!
Bye!